Hi, class. My name is Alex Olson, and I'm presenting this as the lead consultant for Catalyst Consulting, which is the consulting firm that I came up with, which is going to help JAG Systems with their strategic communications plan. Now, based upon the scenario provided, JAG Systems is a defense contractor, and they are leaving the Huntsville, Alabama area for another geographical area. However, they are putting about 2,000 employees out of work, and so I wanted to address this. So first off, a story. A company leaves an area, they put people out of work, they do nothing to repair their relationships with these employees, they do nothing to communicate this to the external stakeholders, and reputation suffers. I didn't want this to be JAG, so I came up with a decently detailed plan on how to prevent this. So first off, this plan consists of many things. One of them is going to be the CEO, which is Dr. Christy Carlisle. And she has a very high level of emotional intelligence, and she has a very high level of communication. And so I wanted to leverage those skills in order to make this transition the easiest for the employees and the company itself. So first off, the first portion of this strategic communications plan is going to be reassuring the employees that JAG is committed to their well-being and appreciates their involvement within the company. Again, reassuring. It's not just some CEO up in a corner office saying, hey, I'm sorry, we're moving. It's going to be the CEO of JAG Systems coming down to you personally and saying, hey, we're laying you off. I'm so sorry. However, we're going to do this and this and this and this to help you out. And I'll get into the intricacies of those later on. Second, JAG Systems is going to implement an EAP, or an employee assistance program. This is going to help the employees move forward if they choose to remain with JAG or not. And again, I'll get into the intricacies of this also. JAG also wants to remain a committed part of the community. And the fourth part of this plan is that JAG is going to remain a leader in the defense industry. So we're going back to the beginning. Who's our greatest asset? Well, it's our employees. But who's the greatest asset to convey this to our employees? It's going to be the CEO, Dr. Christy Carlisle. Again, high level of emotional intelligence, a high communications level. She's very heartfelt. She speaks to her employees like they're equals, not like she's above them, even though she really is. So first off, our channel plan is going to consist of in-person meetings on company property, on company time for the affected employees. I believe this is going to underscore JAG's commitment to the employees and show that they really care by conducting in-person meetings and not just telling them what's going on through company memos or emails or anything like that. Second, the audience plan. Now, this is two-pronged. Again, in-person meetings for the internal stakeholders, which are the employees. External stakeholders are going to be through press briefings, press conferences, newspaper articles, stories, things like that. I don't believe as if we need to concentrate as much on the external employees as we do, or the external stakeholders as we do the internal stakeholders. The internal stakeholders are what we're going to try to take with us when we leave, and I'll get into that as well. So now to the EAP, or the Employee Assistance Program. Again, this is a pretty big part of the plan, and I really focused a lot on this. So first off, we want to remove all the restrictive covenants in place. This is a highly skilled workforce, so they need to be able to move their services elsewhere, even if it's not with JAG. It's not their fault that JAG is moving. Restrictive covenants, as we all know, prevent people from moving from one industry competitor to another, therefore taking all the knowledge and skills they've learned from one to another. Two, the monthly income for all affected employees is going to be provided for up to 4 months. And this is going to help not only the employees, but the community as well, because the community depends upon that income from the employees. So again, that underscores JAG's commitment to the employees and the community. All of the trainings that each employee was going to go to this year is going to continue. However, it's also going to be paid for by JAG. Even if they're with another company, JAG is going to foot the cost for that. Again, underscores JAG's commitment to the employees and the betterment of their skills. Fourth, the employees are going to be given preferences when applying for new, or are going to be given preference when applying for new positions within the company. So if JAG's moving from Huntsville, Alabama to Palmdale, California, JAG is going to give preference to the existing employees in moving to Palmdale, California. And if selected for that position, the relocation costs are going to be covered as well. So the measurables of the EAP are going to be how many employees apply to other positions within the company. It's not going to be whether or not they get hired, but it's going to be how many actually apply, because it shows employee intent, the intent to stay with the company. They may not be qualified for the position, but they want to stay with the company. So to conclude, JAG is a leader. They need to remain a leader. And in order to do that, they need to take care of the people who work for them, and they need to continue to lead the industry by adhering to their mission statement, which is being committed to the greatest asset, which is their employees. And I feel as if this strategic communications plan underscores JAG's commitment to their employees. And if we were to have more big corporations do this, I think you would have a more committed, a longer serving workforce, which in the end is greater for business. So I appreciate you sitting through this presentation. If you have any questions, please direct them to me in the discussion boards, and have a good week.